Teachers, what's the funniest way you made the popular kid lame? Braxton thought he ran my third period class, not the school. My class. He'd walk in 10 minutes late every single day. And I mean walk in, slow, casual. Backpack hanging off one shoulder like he was arriving at a red carpet. And the worst part? Half the class would actually look up, like clockwork. I let it go for weeks because I was picking my moment. Then one Tuesday, he strolls in late again, does his little lap, drops into his seat like he just graced us with his presence. I didn't say a word. I just kept teaching. We were on persuasive writing. Essays they were supposed to have finished over the weekend. I needed a volunteer to read theirs out loud. I looked around the room slowly, made eye contact with a few people, and then I smiled. Braxton, let's hear yours. He stood up without hesitation. That was the confidence of a man who had never once considered consequences. He cleared his throat, straightened up, and started reading. 3 words in, I knew. This essay was written in the hallway, maybe 20 minutes ago. Spelling errors in the first sentence. No structure anywhere. Arguments that started strong and just sort of dissolved into nothing. And then, I'm not making this up. He read the words, etc., you get the point, out loud, to the class, in an essay, that he submitted for a grade. The room went completely silent. Not the polite kind of silent. The kind where everyone's trying not to look at each other because if they make eye contact, it's over. I sat at my desk and nodded slowly like I was listening to a TED Talk. I let him finish every single word, every spelling error, every sentence fragment, every etc., He sat back down with this look on his face like he wasn't totally sure what just happened, but he could feel something shifting. And then I said, okay, everyone, that is a perfect example of what a failing essay looks like. I turned back to the board, didn't pause, didn't look at him, just moved on. The kid next to him, Wade. Braxton had been clowning on Wade since September. Called him a nerd in front of people. Mimicked how he answered questions. Wade was quiet, kept to himself, turned in everything early. I called on Wade next. He walked up to the front, unfolded his paper, and delivered a 5-paragraph essay with a thesis, cited example, a counter-argument, and a conclusion that actually landed. The class clapped. Not polite clapping. Real clapping. A couple people said, okay, Wade, and meant it. I looked at Braxton. He was staring directly at his desk like it owed him an apology. He didn't move, didn't look up, didn't perform for anyone, just sat there for the rest of the period.